time it is, nigga.
Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas.
Yeah. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rawan with me.
But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor.
You know what I'm saying?
Under commanding General Your Honor. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my hockin' gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talk the shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play, cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the saint. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a child. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UBK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game. Put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
All right, clap it up. Hey, Shalom Israel. We're the Isupk, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, since 1969. This is the Isupk Milwaukee Feast of Purim, the opening of the Feast of Purim. It is not a high holy day. This is a memorial. What makes it a memorial? We're memorializing how the Lord used one of our sisters and her cousin that raised her up like a like he was an uncle. He treated her like he was an uncle, but he was her cousin. And how the Lord used them to save the nation of Israel. You understand? Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 1.
The book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 1.
Come on with it.
Now it come to pass in the days of Arashna.
Mm-hmm.
This is Arashna, which reigned from India and even unto Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
Over the 170 and over the 107 and 20 provinces.
So this is King Ahasuerus. So he ruled over 127 provinces. If you don't know how big that is, that encompasses the whole Middle East area. See, we look at Donald Trump like he's something great. We look at every president like there's something great because they rule over 50 states. But this person ran the whole Middle East. Understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 2.
Come on.
That in those days when the King Asherah,
Ahasuerus.
Asherah
Mm-hmm.
sat on the throne of his kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
which were in Shushan,
Mm-hmm.
the palace. Verse 3.
Come on.
In the third year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants.
So in the third year of his reign, he had a huge feast, and it went on for a long time. He liked to party. You understand? Go ahead and read.
The power of Persia and Media,
Mm-hmm.
the nobles and princes of the province beheld therefore him.
Come on.
Verse 3 verse 4. Esther, chapter 1, verse 4.
Come on.
When he showed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of the excellent majesty, meaning days,
Mm-hmm.
even 104 days.
The scriptures say even 104 days. Go ahead.
That's 180 days.
Absolutely correct. That's 100. I'm talking about 180 days. A score is 20. So when he said 104 days, that was 180 days that he was just showing off his kingdom. He's showing off that eating, they're drinking, they're having a great time for 180 days. Go ahead and read.
Verse 5.
Come on.
And when them days were expired,
after the 180 days was finished, go ahead.
The king made a feast unto all his people that were present in Shushan.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
The palace.
Come on.
Both unto great and small.
Once those 80 days was over, the king made a feast to everybody. Whether they was rich or poor, everybody could come into the next feast because the first feast was just for noble people of high stature. Then that's like if Commanding General Yohana did something and he was like, all right, which he would never do a feast with just high-ranking men and then lower-ranking men next. But that's this. I'm just something so we can understand. This would be like Commanding General Yohana saying, this feast right here is gonna be for the generals and the captains. And then after this feast was over, after that feast is over, that's gonna last 180 days. Once that feast is over, then it's gonna be another feast. Hey, Shalom. There's gonna be another feast for everybody, which all the rest of it encompasses sisters, young men, troopers, officers of 50, all the way up to 5,000. So everybody can come to the second feast. So what this is saying is, after the 180 days was over, the king threw another feast. Whether you was rich or whether you was poor, you was allowed to come to that second feast. You understand? Go ahead and read.
7 days.
Come on.
In the court of the garden of the king's palace. So
he took it from out of the place where he was showing off his kingdom, and he went to a specific place. He went to the court of the garden of the king's palace, and at that place, that's where he allowed everybody else to go there, and they partied there for 7 days. All right, go ahead and read.
Verse 6.
Come on.
We're with white, green, and blue hangings, fastening with cords of fine linen and purple to silver rings and pillars of marble.
Drop down to verse 9.
Verse 9. Also,
Vashti.
Vasi, the king, made a feast of the women in the royal house, which belonged to King Ahasuerus.
So at the same time the king was throwing a feast, the queen was throwing a feast as well. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 10. On the seventh day, when the heart of the king were merry with wine,
Mm-hmm.
he commanded my human,
Mm-hmm.
my human biz dot
Mm-hmm.
her bond
Mm-hmm.
big the
Mm-hmm.
and Abada
Abagtha.
Abada
Mm-hmm.
the Hum and Cargis
Zathar.
and Zakar.
Mm-hmm.
He the seven chambers that serve in the presence of Asherah, the king, verse 11,
Come on.
to bring Asherah, the queen, before the king in the crown royal,
Mm-hmm.
that show
Read that again.
to show the people and the princess her beauty.
Now, mind you, the king just went and showed off his whole palace. He's drunk with wine. He told him after he showed off his palace, he told him, he's like, listen, all of this glorious stuff I have, this is my most precious thing. Go and get the queen. I'm gonna show y'all the most precious thing I have. Glorious thing that's sacred to me. Go and get the queen. And he did it just to show off her beauty. You understand? Go ahead and read.
For she was to look on.
Come on.
Verse 12. But the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's command.
She did what?
Refused to come at the king's command.
Uh-oh. It's a lot of Vashtis walking around the earth today.
That's right.
A lot of Vashtis that refuse to listen to their husbands. You understand? If he's not telling you to do nothing unlawful, obey your husband. Scriptures say what? I will make a man more precious than fine gold. And in the times we living in, it is time for sisters to not obey the heathens, but obey your man. Israelite brother that the Lord put over you, obey him. Why? Because in these times and in the times that's getting ready to come, you're gonna need guidance from a man.
That's right.
And if you don't have a man with some sense, a man that has understanding, or a man that's tapped into a water source, a man that's tapped into a source where he can get a never-ending supply of understanding. If you don't have that, then Lord be with you. But if you have that, it would be wise to listen to that man. I don't care how you feel about him. I don't care whatever you may think about him. Now is the time that we're going into, where a man is made more precious than fine gold. And it's time for, if you don't see the fine gold, another person will see that fine gold. You understand? Your job is to see that fine gold and follow that man, because that man's job is to get you to the kingdom. You understand? Read on.
By his chamberlain.
Come on.
Therefore was the king very wroth.
The king was what?
Wroth.
The king was very upset.
Yep.
Why? Because he just showed off his kingdom. And then after he showed off his kingdom, he was like, listen, I know I got all this beauty. I got all of this glorious stuff. I mean, damn, the floors are made out of marble. You understand? Like, I got all of this beauty, this glory, this amazing things. But the most sacred thing to me, the most beautiful thing that I have, don't even want to come. She don't want to obey her husband. Obedience is better than sacrifice. The scriptures say she was throwing a party herself. It's better to listen to your husband than to do what you want to do. Because this action costed her something. It costed her more than what she thought she was going to be able to pay. She thought she could just not listen to her husband and everything would be fine. There's a price that comes with not listening to who the Lord set over top of you. There's always been a price. And even the heathens knew it. You understand? Read on.
And his anger burned in him.
His anger did what?
Burned in him.
Come on.
Verse 14. And the next unto him was Purim.
Drop down to 15.
Verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
What shall we do unto the queen Purim according to law?
So all the men of renown that was around the king, all of his advisors, they seeing what just happened. They look at his face and they see how pissed off he is.
That's right.
And then instantly their mind go to working. Their wheels start turning. And they're like, all right, excuse me, king. Something got to be done for this. Something absolutely has to be done because she didn't obey you. So what shall be done? Go ahead and read.
According to the law.
Come on.
Because she have not performed the commandment of the king Asherah.
Come on.
By the chamberlains.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 16. And Memuz and
come on.
Memuz can
Come on.
answer before the king and the princess, rather the queen has not done wrong to the king only.
So one of the men of renown stood up. One of the men of renown stood up, and after they said, what we gonna do with this? One of the men of renown stood up and he said, listen, sir. Vashti, the queen, didn't just do this to the king. She didn't do this to just you. Go ahead and read.
But also to the prince.
But also to who?
To all the princes.
Come on.
And to all the people that are in all the promise of the king Asher.
Come on.
Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come aboard unto all women.
Mm-hmm.
So that they shall despise their husband in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
When it shall be reported.
Listen, this man said, he stood up and he was like, hey, excuse me, king. Excuse me, sir. If you don't do something about this, if you don't punish her, this don't just affect your house. This affects my house. This affects all of their house, all these brothers around. This affects their house as well. Why? Because if our wives hear that Vashti did not obey you, they're gonna think it's okay not to obey us. So something has to be done. Understand? Read on. Con, microphone.
And slide, if I could.
Kind of the one gun.
This is bringing out some. Oh, this is why it's our job. Everybody's job to check all the disobedience. You know what I'm saying, with our sisters and coming to the truth. You know what I'm saying, because that demon rubs off on another sister.
That's right. That's right.
Just like demons. A sister see a woman disrespect her husband, then guess what? It's gonna come around with the same thing. See, that's why you gotta check that right there. Everybody gotta see the check.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That way, that stops the demon from hopping on everybody else.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because look, we reading a perfect example. Why we have to do that? They smart. They said we got to do something. Otherwise, everybody's gonna start doing it.
That's right.
You got to check that shit, man. Like, sorry, excuse my language, but you got to check it as soon as it happens.
That's right.
Especially if it's in public, you check it in public.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So sorry.
And if I could, these are heathens.
Yeah.
These are heathens that understand, like, hey, listen, if you don't get this woman in line, because the demon's job is to unalive. The demon's job is to make sure that you go all the way off the cliff until you're no longer there. That's the job. But if you can, that's why these men understood, like, yo, hey, if you don't do something, it's gonna rub, like you said, sir, it's gonna rub off on her, and then she's gonna rub off on her, and it's gonna be a trickle down effect until all women are dishonoring all men. And then what are we good for? This is the difference between the Lord and the Lord and our laws versus to America. In America, our women can do whatever the hell they want to do. This is why the scriptures say a man will be made more precious than fine gold. Because in America, you can do what the hell you want to do. But with the Lord, there is a order. It's the Most High, and then Christ, and then the man, and then the woman. There is no equal playing field when it comes to the Lord. There is no equality at all when it comes to God. But America teaches equality. Why? Because they want the woman to believe that she's not really equal. She's superior to the man. That's what America wants the woman to believe. But she's not just superior to any man. She's superior to our men. But she's inferior to them. So America teach our women, all right, you obey us. You don't have to listen to that nigga. Who's feeding you? He ain't feeding you. He ain't paying your bills. I'm paying your bills. If you don't listen to me, I'm gonna shut off all supply. But that's why the scriptures say a man to be made more precious than fine gold. What we used to say down south? If you ain't got a country boy, somebody that know what to do when there ain't no supply. You understand? And that even comes out of the country. There's brothers that just know what to do. If they cut off money, how we gonna eat? Where we gonna live? How we gonna make sure we good? And there's brothers that know exactly what to do. And it may be uncomfortable, but you will survive. This is why it's so important to listen to your man, because those days are coming. Get a Lord a hand for World War III. If you haven't been following the news, America and Israel bombed Iran. Iran went to bombing American bases recently. Iran done bombed Israel. And guess what? China said they're not going to stand by and watch. Japan just threw a goddamn submarine into the ocean. You understand? This happened within the last couple days. Our king is getting ready to return. It's time for us more than ever. This is why last class I was saying it's time for our women to get in line. Why? Because Christ's not coming back for a dysfunctional body.
That's right.
This body got to be a well-oiled machine. Fake Israelites got to get in line too. You want to preach the 2/3, nigga, you might be the 2/3. You understand? You might be that 2/3 that just happened to die off because you decided you didn't want to come to the home of the truth. It's time for us to get all the way right, because that nigga right there is getting ready to crack the sky. The stage is being set. You understand? Read on.
The king of Ashtaroth
Come on.
commanded Rashan, the queen, to be brought in before him, but she came not.
She did what?
Came not.
Listen, she in her stubborn ways was like, listen, I don't care what he talking about. I already said I wasn't finna be paraded around. This is how women think. I'm not finna be paraded around in front of all his friends. For what? For what? You gonna parade me? No, I'm not finna come. What did that cost her? The kingdom. That costed her seat. Listen, in Israelites, according to our law, we can't throw a woman away. But the Lord did say that a man can have another wife if he so choose. You will be replaced with somebody better. He gonna do his duties to you, but he ain't gonna give you the time and attention that you want because somebody better has came along. This is the whole story of Esther, and that the parallel between Esther and Vashti. There was somebody that wasn't worthy, got replaced with somebody that was worthy. And that somebody that was worthy saved an empire. You understand? Read on.
Verse 18. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Medi say this day unto all the king's princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen.
Nathar, get Isaiah chapter 13. You start at verse 12. Come on. Go ahead and read.
Thus shall they arise to much contempt and wrath. Verse 19. If it please the king.
If it what?
Please the king.
These are the nobles talking to the king now. Like, all right, something absolutely has to be done. You made an order for her to come, and she refused. So now, my lord, if it please you, read.
If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered.
Who is the Persians and the Medes?
The Persians is the Iran.
They at war right now. Get a load of it.
That's right.
The Persians and the Medes are at war right now with America and Israel. Listen, the Lord is so beautiful. Yeah. Come on.
That it be not altered.
Come on.
That
Vashti.
That Vashti come no more before King afterward.
Listen, they said, Lord, if it be your will, make a commandment now that this woman don't ever see your face again. kick her out of the palace. If nothing is done, every woman is going to treat every man like this. If we don't see you establish authority now, then every woman is going to think it's okay to talk down and to move weird when it comes to their man. If it be your will, don't let her come before you ever again. Concept.
If I could, what's crazy about not crazy, but what's crazy about it is she's the queen. So all the sisters that are trying to aspire to be like her.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like she's like the highest example of women during this time a woman is aspiring to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They see her, she's royal. You know what? If she's doing that to him and that's the king, that's supposed to be the ruler of the land that has the ultimate authority. And you the disrespect to him. What you think you want to do to me in my house? Like president in my house. You know what I'm saying?
Go with God.
So like,
and that lets you know that you don't need money for like women be like, oh, in order for me to submit, you gotta have money, you gotta have cars, you gotta have your house in order. You don't need money for a woman to submit to you.
That's right.
She has to want to submit to you. She has to willingly do it. Beyonce made a whole song called Lemonade. That was a diss track to her husband. That whole song was a diss record to her husband. Then she came out with another song and said, if he's good to her, then she'll treat him with Red Lobster. Red Lobster, I believe that next month, they had sales that was record breaking for that next month, just because all women want to. I'm not talking about the sisters in the school, of course, but women in the world want to be like Beyonce. So when they hear a person of stature say something, they take it as gold. Imagine if Jay-Z would have replaced her when she made that diss record. If Jay-Z would have heard Lemonade and was like, all right, no sweat. Hey, NBC News, I got some news for you. She is no longer my wife. She is estranged. I got another one better. I got another one. And this is my wife. She listens to everything I say. She's not combative with me. She don't argue with me. If I tell her something, she treat it as law because she know that I'm not trying to destroy her. She know that my job is to make sure she's always safe and protected. So if I say something, it's law. Imagine how women would have reacted if they would have saw that. You probably wouldn't see as much divorce rate as you saw during that time era. But because America allowed women to rule, now you need a strong man that a lot of people look up to set an example. Or you need somebody to set example so somebody else can be like, all right, I ain't got to take this. I remember Officer 5000 Karab, give him a hand. That brother rise in power. It was some issue that happened to me. I believe it was 2021 or 2022, somewhere around there, fire weekend. I had a whore that left. And Karab looked at me, he was like, fuck that bitch, you heard me? He was like, the Lord gonna give you somebody better that's gonna honor and love you, you heard me? Fuck her. I was like, well, you said it, sir. Fuck her. And what happened? I ain't gotta say too much, y'all know her. You understand? But the moral of the story is if you don't fall in line, the Lord will push you to the side and he will put somebody better in that place. You understand? Come on with it.
And let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
That another that is what?
Better than she.
This is what the princess, the nobleman is asking. Listen, remove her from power, please. Please remove her. Set an example, and get you a wife that's better than her. That's what the UPK is good for. We'll talk to each other when we're going through hell with an evil woman. We'll talk to each other. Listen, you need somebody better. The Lord is gonna give you somebody better. That's what the Lord gonna do. But these are heathens, and they said, if it be your will, please go and get somebody that deserves this. You own all of these provinces, 180 of them. Go get somebody that deserves to be the queen over 180 provinces. Go ahead and read.
Verse 20. And when the king's decree, which he shall make, shall be published throughout all the empire, for it is great.
Come on.
All the wives shall give to their husband honor,
Come on.
both to great and small.
Listen, they said it's a great thing for wives to give their husband honor. A simp will say, "Oh, I don't need honor from my husband. I mean, from my wife, Salakia. I don't need honor from my wife because we're on equal playing field." That's what a simp is taught to say. My wife is equal with me. She got her money, I got my money. We do our things separate. We come together. We make decisions together. I don't run the household. We run it together. We make every decision together. There's a reason why women ask a man, "What should you do?" There's a reason, because she wants to be led. She wants you to lead her. It's in her nature to want to lead. Am I right or am I right? It's in her nature to want a man to lead her. Come on with it.
Verse 21. For the same pleased the king and the princes. And the king did according to the word of
Memusha.
Mamusha.
So what happened was they went out. The king was pleased with what he said. That's like we having a council and Captain Boss say something, and then Officer Zaquan, Officer 5,000 Zaquan say, "Salakia, sir, if this don't happen, sir, if you don't do this, then all of us will be affected. So if you don't mind, for me and the rest of us, your brothers, do this." And Captain Boss said, "You know what? You're absolutely correct. That's what I'm doing. Because if I don't set this example and I don't do this and cut this off, then everybody's going to think it's okay to do that. And it's not okay." This is what happened. And then there's a royal decree that was sent out. All right. We just jumped past 22. Now that's why I just jumped past it real quick. Let's go to Isaiah 13, chapter 13, verse 12.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
I will do what?
I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
This is what the Lord said. The Lord said, "I will make a man more precious than fine gold." Why? Especially in these times that we're living in, that's what you're going to need. It's time for a woman to learn to be quiet. It's time. I know you don't like hearing "close your mouth." I know you don't like hearing that. I know you don't like hearing "do that." I know you find that disrespect. In these times, it's time to close your mouth. Let the man do the talking, because there's going to come, like, you're going to see why the man has to do the talking. Listen, my father been having ridiculous dreams. Why he not in the school yet? Don't know. Lord be with him. You understand? I'm praying he come up here and visit more often so Captain Bar can get to his ears. You understand? But he's been having nonstop dreams that China had invaded America. You think days like that is not coming? The scriptures say a man will be made more precious than fine gold. You're going to need a man of understanding to get you through hard times. And the Lord, through commanding General Yohanan and ISUPK, is building men of understanding that can get blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians through hard times. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, and the wrath of the Lord of the hosts, of hosts,
Mm-hmm.
and in the day of his fierce anger.
This is what you're starting to see right now. You're starting to see the Lord starting to shake the heavens. That's why there's wars and rumors of wars. The rumors of wars is slowly starting to cease. And you're starting to, instead of hearing the rumors, you're starting to see the wars. There's going to come a day where there ain't going to be no more rumors. It's just going to be straight war. Right now, you're still hearing a few rumors of wars, but you're seeing more action because people are tired of the bully. And America has been nothing but a bully. This is why the Lord said a man will be made more precious than fine gold, because in the times where there's war and chaos everywhere, in times where the Lord's anger and his wrath is on the earth and the heavens are being shaken and our oppressor's rulership is being threatened. That's what's happening right now. The reign of our oppressor is coming to an end. And in these times, that's when it's time. And when you see America fall, if you're married to a man that was prophesying the fall of America, you should be quiet and listen to that man that was on them corners, sounding like them crazy niggas that was prophesying the downfall of America. You understand? Come on with it. What you got? Kananya, if you could get Esther chapter 2. Go ahead and read. Nathak. Come on.
And it shall be as the chase roe,
Mm-hmm.
and as the sheep that no man taketh up.
Come on.
They shall every man turn to his own people.
And when you start to see as this war ramps up, because it's not going to die down. Donald Trump said it. I hope y'all was listening to him. He said it. He said, I'm going to be your last president. He said that. Meaning what? Whatever measures he have to take to make sure nobody comes behind him, he's going to do it. So what does that mean for us? The king that Christ has to unalive and take crown is Donald Trump's. If Donald Trump is true to his word and he said he's going to be America's last president, that means Christ got to take his crown. And that means what? The wars that he's starting is the war of all wars. It's the start of you're watching the official, what was it? Gog and Magog, Ukraine and Russia. That was the kickoff. But now you're watching the kickoff of the kickoff to the war of all wars. You're watching the kickoff of the kickoff to the war that's going to end wars forever and ever. Because in the middle of World War III, at the height of it, Christ is going to return. And then he's going to set the record straight of who the greatest empire really is, who the greatest military really is. And when that time comes, crowns will be handed to Christ. Forcefully. You understand? Read on.
And flee every one into his own land.
And then you're gonna, and during these times, you're gonna start to see Africans leave America and go back to Africa. You're gonna see Iranians leave America. You might hear some Allahu Akbars on the way out. You might hear some, but they going back to their country, especially knowing that America has enmity with them but China is backing Iran. If they know that, all right, we at war with America, ISIS is trying to find people to deport, but China's backing my country, I'm going home. It makes more sense for me to go. I don't just got China, I got Russia too. I'm going home. Well, you got Africans are talking about joining this war. They trying to pick a side to join too. Everybody want to be a part of this war. Why? Because the Lord is already, he said it. He said, I'm going to gather all nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Where is the war happening at? In the Middle East. The Lord wants that to happen. This is the war to end all wars. So everybody's going to return to their country. They're going to return to their homeland with their people. You understand? Go ahead. Is it on that? All right, let's go to Esther, the 2nd chapter.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 2, verse 1.
Come on.
After these things, when the wrath of King Ahasuerus was appeased, he remembered Vashti.
He did what?
He remembered Vashti.
Come on.
And what she had done, and what she was declared, and what she was decreed against her.
Listen, there's a song that myself and Captain of 10,000 Debar Moth made called "What Do You Know." Listen, Captain Debar, Captain Debar said in this verse, he said, "Never will I let a chick play me. If I do, I must be crazy." What is this not what we're reading? He's rethinking all the things that just happened. Why? Because he don't want it to ever happen again. I'm going to find somebody better that will never do what Vashti did. If I say come here, she's going to come here. Why? Because I'm the king. I rule this. Read.
Verse 2. Then said the king's servants that ministered unto him, let there be fair young virgin sought for the king. Verse 3.
Come on.
And let the king appoint officers in all the provinces of his kingdom, that they may gather together all the fair young virgins unto Shushan.
Come on.
The palace, to the house of the women, unto the custody of the hedge of the king's chamberlain.
Come on.
Keeper of the women, and let their things for purification be given to them.
Listen, when the scripture talk about men that was around a women like that, these are talking about eunuchs, men that was they may have got injured in war to where they couldn't reproduce, or their private areas was no longer working. No sweat. I got a job for you. You look after my wife or my wives. You look after them. Make sure they're good. Make sure they're taken care of. Yeah, fix that. The water. Make sure they're taken care of. Make sure everything's situated, and you report back to me. You understand? Come on with it.
Verse 4. And let the maiden.
Jump to verse 5.
Verse 5. Now in Shushan, the palace there was a certain Jew whose name was Mordecai.
We're finna start getting to it. This is the man that was the older cousin of Esther that raised her like she was his daughter. He treated her like an uncle, like an uncle that really loved his niece, and he took her in. You understand? Come on with it.
Oh, come. The son of Jair, the son of Shemai, the son of Kish, a Benjamite.
If he was alive today, which he absolutely more than likely is, he would be a so-called Jamaican, a Benjamite. Come on with it.
Verse 6, who had been carried away from Jerusalem with the captivity which had been carried away with Jeconiah.
Jeconiah.
Jeconiah,
Mm-hmm.
king of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7. And he brought up Hadassah, that is Esther, his uncle's daughter,
Mm-hmm.
for she had neither father nor mother. And the maid was fair and beautiful.
You heard what the scripture said. He brought up Esther. He brought up Esther, which was his uncle's daughter. Meaning what? Him and Esther was cousins. But he brought her up like she was his daughter. He raised her like she was his child because he wanted to make sure that she was okay. She lost both of her parents. So he wanted to make sure she was good. This is what good relatives do. This is what good family do. Sadly, you don't find that too much no more. But you will find that in the ISUPK. You will find brothers. We got some in Houston, Texas. Brothers that take on the fatherless and the motherless and brings them into their house to give them a fighting chance at life. That's what blacks and Hispanics need. We need a chance at life because all we've known is death. So what did he do? He gave his cousin a chance at life. Come on with it.
For she had neither father nor mother. And she danced like it. And the maid was fair and beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
whom Mordecai, when her father and mother were dead, took for his own daughter.
Listen, here's an amazing thing. The scripture says she was fair and beautiful, meaning what? She was among the baddest in the land. And you know what Mordecai did not do? He did not abuse his cousin. He earned her respect. That's a problem with a lot of our people. Sadly, you want the respect of the same woman that you abused. You essayed her, and now you want her respect when she's an adult. Don't work like that. It don't work like that. You did what you did. Now she see you the way she see you. She's never gonna unsee you that way. Mordecai didn't do that to her, which is why she was able to honor and respect Mordecai, because Mordecai treated her like she came from his own loins. You understand? Read on.
Come. When her father and mother were dead,
Mm-hmm.
took for his own daughter.
Come on.
Verse 8. So it came to pass, when the king's commandment and his decree was heard, and when many maidens were gathered together unto Shushan the palace,
Mm-hmm.
to the custody of the God,
Mm-hmm.
that Esther was brought, Esther was brought also unto the king's house,
Come on.
to the custody of the God, keeper of the women.
Drop down to verse 12.
Verse 12. Now, when every maid's turn was come to go into the king Ahasuerus, after that, she had been 12 months according to the manner of the women.
Mm-hmm.
For so were the days of their purifications accomplished, to wit, 6 months with oil of myrrh.
So there was 6 months. Now, mind you, this is a year that he's not touching a woman. He's having all these different women present themselves to see which one he's going to marry. A year goes by. He's not touching none of them. In the UPK, we got a 6-month rule. We have it for a reason. Have this 6-month rule for a reason. He didn't go 6 months. He went a year. And in that first 6 months, she had to bathe with oil and myrrh. She had to, this is a month of purification. All that stuff that was going on in the past, that you had, that you dealt with, get rid of all of that. It's a purging process. You understand? Read.
Come. And 6 months with sweet odor.
In 6 months of what?
With sweet odor.
Listen, hey, Salakia, I don't want to say this, but I have to. Some sisters need 6 months of sweet odors. These are facts. You understand? And then if you already smell good, how much more would your husband want you if you just give yourself those sweet odors? You understand? Like there's 6 months of purging that the king had all those women do. And then after those 6 months of purging, he was like, all right, now another 6 months of sweet odors. I want them to smell good if they coming in front of me. Because if they smell like fish, yikes. Get the hints. Yeah. You understand? Come on with it, read.
Come. And with other things for the purifying of the woman.
Come on.
Verse 13.
Drop to verse 17.
Verse 17.
Come on.
And the king loved Esther above all the women.
The king did what?
The king loved Esther above all the women.
The king loved Esther above all the women. Not only was she beautiful, but she was raised by a man of understanding. So she knew how to carry herself. It hit different when there's a beautiful woman that have a beautiful mind. It hit way different. A lot of times in America, when you find a beautiful woman, what happened? Her mind is like fish. That's the only thing I can equate it to. Go ahead. Yeah, you two all right, listen. Listen, it's a beautiful thing when you can match a woman's beauty with her character. And this is why the king loved Esther above all of them, because he can match her beauty with her character. It all made sense. He might not have been able to pinpoint where she was raised at, who raised her, but he saw that she was moving different from everybody else. She stood out. And her standing out made him want her and love her above every other woman. Read on.
Come. And she obtained grace and favor in his sight.
Come on.
More than all the virgins.
Come on.
So that he set the royal crown upon her head.
He did what?
He set the royal crown upon her head.
So Esther moved her way all the way up in the king's eyes. And the king was like, you know what? To hell with all these other women. That's the one.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do with this one, because she's not like her. Clearly, I can see that if I tell her to do something, she's going to do it. Because she knows that I have her best interests in heart. So what she's going to do is she's going to listen to me. And because I love her, she's beautiful in and out. All these other women are dismissed. So he set the royal crown among Esther's head. Read on.
Come. And made her queen instead of Vashti. Verse 18.
He said, oh, never mind. Persia is Iran. I'm slow. You're not slow, but Persia definitely is Iran. Go ahead and read. Persia is at war right now with the mystery daughter of Babylon. I'm Tawaf, it's the water. Persia is at war right now with the mystery daughter of Babylon, as well as Amalek. Here is a fun fact. We're going to get to it. Who knows where Haman is from? Who knows the backstory of Haman? Is it Khan as far as where he's from, and as far as his life and his bloodline? Kind of one kind. But his bloodline, what bloodline did it run through? Kind of one kind. Which tribe? It's like not which tribe. What era was he attached to directly? I'm asking my Ottawa these questions.
Like the era when I believe it's like,
nah, you right there.
It's not been oh man. Well, you might remind me of that one.
This Khan. So this He's a direct descendant of the king and the queen that the Lord through Samuel told King Saul to unalive. This is why it's so important to obey God. If Saul would have did his job, this bastard would have never showed up. This bastard would have never been able to persecute the Jews.
Clearly, you know what I'm saying, you know that he's from there because he has to grudge against the entire race.
Give him a
You know
hand.
what I'm saying? It's not that he had a problem with just Mordecai. You know what I'm saying? Once he because you know his dad been passed down the knowledge that yeah, you know what I'm saying, they came and slaughtered everybody, but they let me live.
Don't forget. And if I could, you remember the Lord told Joshua the same thing.
Yeah.
Don't forget what Amalek did.
Yeah.
This is the same group of people. Haman is from the same group of people that came around when we was leaving out of Egypt. When we was I believe it was we had just crossed the Red Sea. Those the Amalekites came around to the old and the young. They want the ones that couldn't fight. That's who because our oppressor, the white team man, I don't want to get flagged, but our oppressor, this European Caucasian devil, he is such a coward. He's a coward. He's gonna go to everybody that cannot fight. And if he know that he can't beat you one-on-one, he's gonna do things to put himself in power so that he can make motions to unalive everybody. What do you think he's doing with Iran? You think Donald Trump told Iran, he's like, listen, Iran, this is your chance. You finally wanted to get rid of your government. Here's your chance. You think Donald Trump really care about them overthrowing their government? Donald Trump, if it's up to him, he would unalive all of them and take the oil. So now China got to jump in. Now Russia got to jump in. Japan got to jump in. I saw a meme of Kim Jong-un sitting in his chair, just like tapping his feet. And the meme, it was like Kim Jong-un waiting on America to do something so he can jump in the war. But everybody's imagining what's happening right now. You understand? And this monster descends from one of those people that's at war right now. You want to know who Amalek is? The people that's in Israel now is Amalek. That's our natural born enemy. And they have the Lord have indignation with them forever and ever. That's what the Lord said. The Lord said, I ain't gonna never forgive them dirty bastards. I'm gonna always hate them. I'm gonna always rage war against them until they're wiped off the earth. Now we're reading about one that has so much hatred towards one person that one wasn't enough. That's the white man. Listen, our oppressor has such an itch on his back that he has to scratch called unaliving. He's not satisfied with just one. He got to get everybody. You black or Hispanic, you got to get them all. You two are. He got to get them all. If you are black or Hispanic, he's not satisfied with just. You think they were satisfied with just George Floyd? They had to go and get Breonna Taylor next. Who did they had to go and get Philando Castile? They had to go get Trey. They're not satisfied until everybody's done. That's why it's important for a woman to do what? Give her a hand. It's important for a woman to obey. It's important for a woman to obey her husband, because in these times, you're going to see the caliber of man you really have. In these times, you're going to see if you're married to a coward or if you're married to a real man. And if you see that you're married to a real man, you better shut the hell up and listen to him. He may say some things that you don't like. So what? Your life is at stake. Your life is on the line. Would you rather listen to him and save your life, or do what you want to do and lose your life? It's better to listen. You understand? Let's read on.
even Esther's feast, and he made a relief. to the-
Call out the scripture where you at, soldier. Book of Esther, chapter 2, verse what?
This is the book of Esther, chapter 2, verse 18.
Come on.
Even Esther's feast,
Skip that. Go to verse 19.
and when the virgins were gathered together in the second time,
Mm-hmm.
then
Mordecai.
Mordecai
Mhm.
stepped into the king's king's gate.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 25. Esther has not yet shown her
Kindred.
kindred
Mhm.
with her people,
Mm-hmm.
as Mordecai has changed her.
Charged her. So what this means is Mordecai told Esther not to tell nobody that she was an Israelite. He told her not to tell nobody she was a Jew. So what did Esther do? Not even the king knew that Esther was a Jew. She didn't tell nobody. According to the whole earth, or everybody that was around that province, Esther was just a beautiful woman. The king didn't, Esther didn't tell nobody nothing. She was just living under Mordecai's house and raised up right. Nobody knew she was an Israelite. Read.
As Mordecai had changed her.
Charged.
Oh, Salaki. As Mordecai had charged her.
Come on.
For Esther did the commandment of Mordecai.
He did what?
For Esther did the commandment of Mordecai.
Esther obeyed Mordecai. Come on.
Like as when she was brought up with him.
Listen, Esther, even as a grown woman, listened to her cousin uncle. I got that from Cap Yadi, y'all. Salaki. Her cousin uncle. Esther listened to the man that raised her. Why? He didn't never do nothing to dishonor her. He didn't do nothing for her to disrespect her. He raised her the proper way. He didn't mistreat her or abuse her. So what does that cause? That causes a woman to love a man that's raising you. If you're not treated no kind of way, that girl is going to love that man like a father. And Esther loved her cousin like her cousin was her father. You understand? Read on.
Come. Verse 21.
Come on.
In those days, while Malachi sat in the king's gate.
Mordecai.
While Mordecai sat in the king's gate.
Come on.
Two of the king's chamberlains, Bigthan and Teresh.
You remember Big Thong was one of the people earlier that was at the feast, at the first feast. Now you finna see the mindset of this monster. Read.
Those which kept the door were wroth and sought to lay hand on the king Assyrius.
They sought to do what?
They sought to lay hand on the king Assyrius.
Come on.
Verse 22. And the thing was known to Mordecai, who told it unto Esther the queen.
Listen, these two bastards wanted to kill the king. And what did he do? He's at the gate. Mordecai's at the gate. So what did he do? He did his job. Even though the king Ahasuerus wasn't the same he wasn't his people. Ahasuerus is not an Israelite. He's a Persian. Even though they're two different nations, Mordecai had a job to do, and he did his job. He was like, all right, hey, Esther, I just want you to know these two men are plotting to kill the king. Go and tell the king. Read.
Come. And Esther certified the king thereof, Mordecai's name.
Come on.
Verse 23. And when inquisition was made of the matter, it was found out. Therefore, they were both hanged on a tree.
They was what?
They were both hanged on a tree.
They was what?
they were both hanged on a tree.
Listen, they was trying to figure out ways to unalive the king. When Esther told the king that they was trying to figure out ways to unalive them, they was hung on a tree. And you know what Esther did not fail to do? Let the king know who gave her that information. Esther didn't keep that for herself. She didn't. Hey, I was scrolling around the palace, and I overheard two men trying to talk, and they was talking about killing you. Make sure you move right in these streets. Stay safe and stay dangerous. She didn't do that. She said, Mordecai told me he overheard these two men plotting to kill you. Mordecai's the one that's at the gate all the time. You understand? Read on. Let's go to Esther. Let's go to Esther chapter 4. No, finish reading that.
And it was written in the book of the Chronicles before the king.
And the king, after he hung those people, he wrote it down in the book. He wrote it in the book, sealed it, put it up. Let's go to Esther chapter 3. Start at verse 1.
It's the book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 1.
Now let's start reading about this evil bastard that tried to put his hands against the children of Israel. Come on.
After these things, did King Isupk promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the son of Hammedatha, the
Agagite.
And advanced him and set his seat above all the princes that were with him.
Listen, every empire, if a devil is there present, he's going to find a way he's going to find his way at the right hand of whoever is the king. He has to. You know why? Because if he's not ruling, it's a problem. This is why our oppressor cannot come and enjoy the same heaven as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because they will try to find a way to make sure that they are trying to sit. And this is why Christ, give the Lord a hand for our king, man. This is why Christ is going to make sure that no Edomite survives after their slavery is over. You understand? Because if Christ loved everybody, hypothetically, those devils would find a way at Christ's right hand. And then they would talk good. Just hold on to the side, Kasha. They would talk a good game, try to talk a good game in Christ's ear so that Christ could unalive his own people. That's how these devils are. That's that they hate us that much. They don't want the kingdom of heaven for everybody to enjoy it. They want the kingdom of heaven so they can rule it, just like they rule here. This is their heaven. They want the kingdom of heaven where it's set up for blacks and Hispanics to rule. They want it for themselves. That's why they teach you to give John 3:16 to everybody, because heaven has to be for everybody. When you say everybody, the Chinese is not included in that everybody. The Africans ain't included in that everybody. It's just them. When they say God so loved the world, they're saying, damn the world. God loves white people. You understand? So let's get into this diabolical bastard. The book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 1. Come on.
The book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 1.
Come on.
After these things, the king of the servants promote Haman, the son of.
It's like it. Jump to verse 2.
Verse 2. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed.
They did what?
They bowed
Come on.
and reverenced him. For the king had so commanded concerning him.
Listen, the king gave an order and a decree for everybody when they saw Haman walking by, for everybody to bow down and give reverence to Haman. Come on with it.
Come. But Mordecai bowed not.
But Mordecai did what?
But Mordecai bowed not.
Mordecai did what?
But Mordecai bowed not.
When everybody stood for America's flag, what did spiritually, what did what's that football player name? What did he not do?
Bowed not.
This is what Colin Kaepernick didn't do. This is what Kyrie Irving chose not to do. They chose not to bow to America. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Come. Verse 3.
Come on.
Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, Why transgressed thou the king's commandment?
Why do what?
Why transgressed thou the king's commandment?
They listen, the people, there was other Israelites there looked at Mordecai and it was like, listen, the king said he made a command for everybody to bow down to Haman. Whenever Haman came by, he made a command for everybody to bow down to Haman. Mordecai did not bow. And they asked him, they said, why are you disobeying the king? Go ahead and read.
Come, verse 4. Now it came to pass, when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told him to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand. For he had told them that he was a Jew.
For he had what?
For he had told them that he was a Jew.
What does that mean? Somebody get Exodus chapter 20, start at verse 3. Mordecai said, listen, hey, I'm not bowing to nobody. I'm a Jew. We don't bow down to nobody that don't deserve our loyalty and our love. There's only one that deserves that. That's who we bow to. You understand? Read what you got. Exodus chapter 20, verse 3.
Chapter 20, verse 3.
Come on.
Then shall have no other God before me.
What did Haman want to do so bad? He wanted to set himself up as God, to set himself up above Israel. This is why you don't put our oppressor, you don't put a Caucasian in no seat of power, because they will always try to put themselves above who they're supposed to be above.
That's right.
What did the scripture say in Obadiah? What did our oppressor say? I will be like unto the Most High. I will be as God. I will sit myself above the mount. This is why you don't do this to so-called Caucasians. You don't put them in power. Why? Because they will make sure that everybody bows to them. But you got a problem when white people bow to us. You got a problem when white people when you see us at camp, when white people get on their knees and they kiss our boots and they bow down to us. We've been bowing down to you bastards for over thousands of years. And you got a problem when you bow down to us? God damn the white man, man. You understand? Read on.
Verse 4.
Jump to verse 5.
Verse 5.
This is what Mordecai understood. Read.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them.
Thou shalt not do what?
Bow down thyself to them.
Go ahead.
Nor serve them.
Nor do what?
Serve them.
Listen, the white man wants to be a god of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The Lord said, do not bow down. The king gave a decree. Said everybody bow down to Haman. Everybody reverence Haman. Mordecai said, hell no. I'm not bowing down to you. I bow down to one. And that's the most high power. That's who I fear. Now, I want everybody to pay attention to this video. Somebody get me Isaiah. Salakia. Oh my goodness. I believe it's Isaiah 51 and 23, if you couldn't have thought. Is that can everybody see the video right there? It's paused. Let's see. 51 and 23.
Yes, you can. Thank you, God. So nice. I like her. Please.
Go.
I like him too. One thing I like about him, he keeps it real, just like grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks. Thank God for this president. I am filled, my cup runneth over because he allowed his constituents, his people to come to my house to interview me to talk about the murder of my grandson. It seemed like nobody cared. I'm an advocate for murder. I marched, I rallied, I pulled out other families in the District of Columbia that had murders and did not have answers. Ooh. We marched and we rallied, and nobody heard me, Democrats. Get mad at me. Until this Republican sent his constituents, his people out there to interview me in my home. Have you ever heard of a thing? Then they invited me twice before Congress to testify for the beautiful bill that's going to change.
I can't stomach this no more. Salakia. Somebody get me Isaiah 51 and 23. Let me show you, Salakia. Let me show you exactly what you just saw in Isaiah chapter 51, verse 20. You got something, sir? Come.
Donald Trump, he's a man that know how to capitalize off our fame. He know how to capitalize off who we respect. In the black community, we respect our grandmas.
That's a fact.
We respect grandmothers. Right. He got a black grandma up there telling her story. When Trump, he's an opportunist. A white man that studied the black community, or he got people that studies the black community and knows exactly how to make us focus and make us pay attention to what he's saying. You know
Come.
So yeah.
Hey, give him clap that up. Listen, if we could, somebody get Isaiah 51, 23. I want you to see, I want you to see what you hear what you just saw and see it from the Lord's eyes of what just happened. When we say, and there's another video of a Hispanic sister talking about how much she loved Donald Trump. I want you to, and then you got videos of brothers that's getting mad at the UPK for getting people, for causing, we don't even cause them. We tell them what their ancestors did to ours. And they willingly get on their knees and they willingly bow down to us. And all people have a problem with that. I want you to see in the scriptures what's going on with them. Read.
Isaiah chapter 51, verse 23.
Come on.
But I will put into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul.
Which has said to what?
To thy soul.
What did Donald Trump do? Read that part again.
Which have said to thy soul.
This video that y'all just saw, Donald Trump said to her soul, go ahead.
Bow down.
What?
Bow down.
This is what Donald Trump said to her soul. Bow down. When you see our people that get mad at us for white people bowing down to us and kissing our boots. Our oppressor has said to their soul, bow down. And you know what they do? They bow down. But what did Haman, what did Mordecai refuse to do? What the men of the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana refused to do? We refuse to bow down. We're not going to bow down to no evil monster. Because who do we, damn right, Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh, who do we fear? We fear the Father that we fear. We don't fear nobody else. You understand? Let's get back to Esther, the 3rd chapter. Come on with it.
Look at Esther chapter 3, verse 5.
Come on.
And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not.
When Haman saw that Mordecai did what?
Bowed not.
Come on.
Nor did him reverence.
Nor did what?
Nor did him reverence.
Listen, in Mordecai's eyes, Haman is just another devil. Mordecai today would be in the UPK. He's not bowing down or serving our oppressor. You are no sweat. We can do business. That's it. Stay on your side. I'm gonna stay on my side. If you come on my side, Lord be with you. Don't touch my daughters. I definitely ain't gonna touch yours. Lord be with you. Read.
Then was Haman full of wrath.
Haman was what?
Haman was full of wrath.
This is how our oppressor is when you don't bow down. What did they do to the UPK? When they found out that we was not like the Christian church, but we love us and only us, they put us on the hate group. Southern Poverty Law Center, they put us there. This is a hate group. When we had Passover in Raleigh, North Carolina, they tried to kick us out of the building. And then they let us have the building. Why? Because they probably, my thinking is they saw General Muhammad say, if you kick us out the building, we'll have Passover in the street. Because we love God. God damn the white man. We love the Lord. We love all people. And Mordecai had this same kind of love towards his people. He didn't have that love towards white people. There's no more love to give. Read.
Verse 6.
Come on.
And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone.
He did what?
He thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone.
Listen, at first, his first thought was, all right, he ain't gonna bow down. Everybody else says, all right, me and him gotta have a one-on-one. I gotta go get a 3-minute match with him. And whoever win, but I gotta lay hands on him. Go ahead.
For they had showed him the people of Mordecai.
They did what?
They showed him the people of Mordecai.
Then they showed him that Mordecai was a Jew. Read.
Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews.
Haman sought to do what?
Haman sought to destroy all the Jews.
Come on.
That were throughout the whole kingdom of Assyria.
Once Haman found out that Mordecai was a Jew, he was like, you know what? I don't want to just fight Mordecai. I don't want to just unalive Mordecai. I want all of them. Why? Because those are the ones that unalive my forefathers. From who? King Saul. King Saul left his foremother alive, pregnant with his forefather. And because King Saul didn't obey God, now Israel got this dirty bastard to deal with. You understand? But thanks be to God, you had a woman that loved her people. You had a man that loved her people that got this evil bastard out the way. You understand? Let's go ahead and read.
Even the people of Mordecai. Verse 7. In the first month, that is the month Nisan, in the 12th year of King Assuerus, they cast Purim, that is the lot, before Haman from day to day, and from month to month.
Come on.
And the 12th month, that is the month Adar.
Listen, this is about 5 years. For a span of 5 years. Listen to the hatred of the white man. For a span of 5 years, Haman and his friends was, you see these dice right here? Haman and his friends was shooting craps, tossing dice, casting lots to see when they was gonna unalive the Jews. At what time they was gonna do it. They was casting lots for 5 years. He couldn't get rid of the hatred for one man. They hate Commanding General Yohana, so you better believe they hate you. They hate one man because that one man said, we're going to take our love from out of America and we're going to put it back into blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And because you chose to come in here, you better believe they hate you. Read.
Verse 8. And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus,
Come on.
there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom.
Listen, just like the white man, this is what they do. They are great devils. They know how to make you feel what they're saying. They know how to talk. The scriptures say the words of their mouth were smooth as butter. They know how to make you feel every word so that you can agree with them. This is what Haman is doing to the king right now. It's the people, they don't mean nothing. They don't obey nothing. They follow their culture. They don't even obey you. That's how they get you. White people are great lawyers. That's one thing that they are. Because they're so great with their talking. Scriptures say their words were smoother than oil. But in their hearts was a drawn sword. All they care about is assaulting, unaliving, and I can't say the other word because you get what I'm saying. That's all they care about. This is what Haman is trying to do to our people. You understand? Read on.
Come. And their laws are diverse from all people.
Come on.
Neither keep they the king's law.
Verse 9. Come on.
Verse 9. If it please the king.
He being a good lawyer right now. He a prosecuting lawyer. He's a prosecutor. He done already appeased the king. He's on the right hand of the king. So now he's saying, Lord, my Lord, if it please you, read on.
Let it be written that they may be destroyed.
Let it be written that they may be what?
That they may be destroyed.
Come on.
And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business.
How much is 10,000 talents today? Understand, this monster put a hit on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You talking about, like, you got people in today that talking about, hey, I got 100 bands on his head. This ain't no small change. He put a hit on all of our people. You understand? Khan.
So I'm reading this. It says, I don't know if this is correct, but it says 10,000 talents in the Bible represents an astronomical unpayable sum ranging from approximately 6 billion to 13 billion.
Good night.
Modern raw precious metal value, because the single talent is roughly 20 years' wage for a laborer. Okay, so this is maybe between 6 billion and 13 billion.
Haman put a between 6 to 13 billion bounty on your head.
I don't know if that's right, but
Yeah, Khan. It's up there. Haman put a bounty on your head. Niggas today, they going unalive for $1,000. I got $1,000 bounty on your head. That can pay my mama rent. Let me go do that. I'm gonna sit behind bars for the rest of my life, but at least she good. This devil put a couple $1 billion on our heads for a job to be done in 24 hours. This is how much the white man hates us. Read on.
Come. To bring it into the king's treasuries.
Come on.
Verse 10. And the king took his ring from his head. That's like the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedatha.
Hamadatha.
Hamadatha,
Mm-hmm.
the Agagite,
Come on.
the Jews' enemy.
The what?
The Jews' enemy.
The what?
The Jews' enemy.
Always remember when you're reading this, always remember that the Lord said that his Haman's people, the Lord have indignation with forever. The Lord hates Haman. The Lord hates Haman's people because of the filthy, wicked crimes that they did to us. They didn't have to touch us. They could have left us alone when we was coming out of Egypt. But they decided to go and unalive the old and go and unalive the young. So the Lord told Joshua, he said, hey, listen, don't forget them bastards. This is why it's so evil for Martin Luther King to try to get us to forget and to love them and to join with them, because the Lord was completely opposite from Martin Luther King. Meanwhile, you're forgiving them. I'll never forget. I'll never forget, because our blood is crying for vengeance. Come to one con.
You can even see that today, how, when we bring up the crimes of what white people have done to our people, first thing, Negro won't say, get the rest in the past. That was a long time ago.
Come on. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? It should be, what about love?
Come on.
Do you think it was love when we came over on the ships?
Come on.
Million of us, you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Underlined. On the auction blocks, the natives, you know what I'm saying? They're stuck on reservation now.
Come on.
Reduced to families. They had tribes all over the land.
Come on.
So you got the Hispanics right now, you're dealing with IC19, got these babies, locked up in the detention centers and stuff like that. Like, come on, did you think that was love? He told us to forget our past. Come on. Listen,
here's my answer to them. When they say, what about love? My answer, damn right, clap that up. My answer when they say, what about love? I love so much that I cannot forget what you did. I remember we left Raleigh Passover. I believe that was what, the 54th or 55th, one of the two. And I was driving back to Florida with my older brother and his rib. And we passed a field of cotton. And instantly my mind went to our forefathers, to where I got sick to my stomach and tears came out my eyes. I will never forget. Never. You want me to love you? You want me to forgive you? I'll forgive you after you serve us. When I can bash your babies against the stone, when I can feed your babies to alligators, I'll forgive you at that point. I'm not going to rape your women. Grape, Slakia. My fault, YouTube. I'm not going to grape your women. I won't touch your women with a 10-foot pole. But what I will do is I will have your woman breed with that man. As soon as that baby's born, I'm there. I'm going to rip that baby from her. And I'm going to send her off to ZQ on his. And then I'm going to have you do it again. And I'm going to rip another baby and I'm going to send it to AG to another plantation. And then I'm going to bring everybody over every year for a party at my plantation. And every year you're going to wonder if that's your child that's coming with them. And you're never going to know, because as soon as you get the courage to ask, I'm going to beat you back.
If I could.
Turn to one gun.
And when people hear that, when we tell that to our people, they think, oh, it's so cruel.
It's so cruel.
You be like that. What the Bible, what they don't know is that they go to the Christian church. Christian pastors ain't telling you really what's in the Bible.
That's right.
The Lord says, do unto them double.
That's right.
Done unto you.
That's right.
The thing is, we don't know what justice feel like.
That's right.
We don't know what justice is. You know what I'm saying? When 9/11 happened, guess what America did? America bombed the hell out of it.
That's right.
In the Middle East.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You know how many innocent people that had nothing to do with 9/11?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's unalive, probably thousands, millions. They know and they understand what justice is.
That's right.
Justice is when you can do the same thing that the people that has been oppressed you have done to you.
That's right.
That's what justice is.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If someone takes something that belongs to you, what's the justice? Is that, you give it back and then you take something that belongs to them. You know what I'm saying?
That's, if I could,
It's like,
the people, the fake Jewish people, the Amalekites, Haman's people,
yeah,
they feel justice now.
yeah,
Because every German that's still alive that had anything to do with the Holocaust, they either get unalived or they get imprisonment. But then when it comes to us, forget about it. It's in the past. Just what God, John 3:16. But God so loved the world. We're supposed. What about oneness and harmony for all people? What? I'm not talking about a black person. I'm talking as an earthling. Stupid shit that they say.
right.
But then when our forefathers have to do, it's not earthlings then. So you telling me you want me to enjoy the same heaven as the man that ripped my forefather apart by 2 different horses? You want me to enjoy the same heaven as the man that buck break my forefather and raped my foremother? You want me to sit there and not forgive? You want me to sit there and love them? I can't do it. And forgive me if I'm not a part of the status quo. And I don't even want your forgiveness. I hope you don't forgive me. Because I don't care if you forgive me or not. Because will I ever forgive you? No. So we might as well fight fire with fire at this point. Speaking of fire with fire, the Lord is fighting fire with you now. You got America, Persia, Israel, all of these countries are throwing nukes back and forth to each other. And you think this is not of the Lord? I pray this is the last Purim that we keep here in America. I pray to God this is our last Purim here. Because if so, if we have to keep another one here, so be it. I pray that this Passover coming up is our last Passover here. I pray our next Passover after this one is how we remember the land of the north. That's what the scriptures say. We're going to remember how the Lord delivered us from out of this kingdom. You could read on. Damn right.
Come. This is the book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 11.
Come on.
And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee. The people also.
The people what?
The people also.
Come on.
To do with them as it seemeth good to thee.
Listen, you don't tell the devil that. A so-called white person, you don't tell them, listen, these people are, you do whatever you want to do to them. Because if they're not a white tea person, they're going to put you in chains. What do you think this whole Make America Great Again campaign is about? You're seeing it with the Hispanics. With our Northern Tribe brothers and sisters, you're seeing what this Make America Great Again is about. They're putting our family in cages and they're raping the women. There's so many articles that came out about all these women that's been abused by them. You think they're not going to try to do this to us, Judites, Southern Kingdom? They want all of Israel wiped out. Come on with it.
Come. Verse 12. Then were the king's scribes called on the 13th day of the first month.
Let's go to the 4th chapter real quick and start there, and then we're going to end it for the night.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 4, verse 1.
Come on.
When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes.
Mordecai heard what the king did, and he rent his clothes. He's in his mind, he's like, damn, this devil is about to persecute us. And we've been persecuted long enough. Not only is he about to he's finna wipe us out. This devil wants us gone. Go ahead.
Come. And put on sackcloth with ashes.
Come on.
And went out into the midst of the city and cried with a loud and bitter cry.
Come on.
Verse 2. And came even before the king's gate, for none might enter into the king's gate clothed with sackcloth. Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And in every province, whensoever the king's commandment and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews.
There was what?
There was great mourning among the Jews.
Whenever we hear that something bad is getting ready to happen to us. What is Israel known for? Crying to the Lord. That's what we're known for. Even today, when you hit a Christian church to this day, they hear about when they first heard ICE was getting ready to do what they was gonna do. Instantly, every pastor, we gotta pray, y'all. We have to pray. Not understanding that the Lord sent ICE so that we can come together and we can be one family so our king can come back and set us free from this hellhole, man. You understand? Now, does ICE have to do what they're doing? No. It's painful to see our brothers and sisters suffer the way we suffer. It's painful. But man's comings and goings of the Lord. Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord haven't done it? The Lord is raising this devil up just to destroy him. What did the Lord do to Haman? We're going to get into it as the feasts go on. But what the Lord did to Haman is raised him all the way up, right hand of the king. Got the king's ear, raised him all the way up just to destroy him. All we have to do is obey God. Brothers, sisters, Yaladium, young men, World War III is at the door. It's here. All we have to do is obey God. Damn right. With that, pass the class over. Precinct Officer 5000 Zaquan.
This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK. We started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You are for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if their brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashura. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offer for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation. We have the closing of the Feast of Purim tomorrow. And then after that will be the Passover, April, 4th? If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. For the Akim, for the men, Madiam, Mr. Stan. About to do a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Madiam, Madam Shabbat, Madiam, Barak, you want Sar, turn to face the Agwathian, Amadian, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Amadian, Shabbat, Amadian, Barak,
Yahweh Shamar Al-Qam Bashir Al-Shah.
Yahweh Feast day dismissed.